We have a serious problem on our hands. Today's modern generation, they are promoting children to see lesbian slash gay content. And it's very crazy, bro. It's affecting the minds of children and it's not right at all. They're trying to emasculate children. YouTube, we have a serious problem, bro. Now, in today's world, there's a lot of streamers, influencers, and things of that nature that kids watch and look up to. You know what I'm saying? Our siblings, your younger siblings, your younger cousins, they got influences and people that they look up to and watch. You know what I'm saying? And one of the most popular young influencers I feel is Rakai. Now, everybody knows Rakai. If you have a younger sibling, you know who Rakai is. You know what I'm saying? Most of our younger siblings or young cousins or whatever the case may be, been seen or came across the stream. And he's very popular on Twitch as well. So you might have seen the stream yourself. Now, listen, the problem with Rakai is the type of content that he makes specifically. Now, the type of content that he makes is very, very questionable. Questionable because it's like, bro, he don't really just make normal kid content. Like, say for instance, if he was to start a stream of just chilling in the room, playing the game, you know what I'm saying? Just chill type of vibes. Or if he was just at a park playing basketball on stream, you know, just that type of content. He normally is known for just doing wild shit and just having wild antics on his stream. So it's like most of the kids that watch him, they find it amusing and then they get influenced by it. You know what I'm saying? And we have to remember that kids are very impressionable. You know what I'm saying? Not even just kids that watch him, teenagers too. You know what I'm saying? Kids and teenagers that watch Recast. So, you know, at that point in their life, they're very impressionable. You know what I'm saying? They can be influenced easily because they're kids or teenagers. They don't know what's right from wrong. You know, not all of them. You know, some teenagers are ahead of their time. They know that they shouldn't be watching certain things or they shouldn't let certain things influence them. But most of them don't have that instinct. Most kids and teenagers are influenced easily and they can be tricked out of their mind into thinking that something is cool, which is not. And that's a problem, bro. Now, Rakai, he had a stream. He had a stream yesterday where I basically watched it and I was just paying attention, like, bro, what's going on? And what was going on in the stream was crazy, bro. I'm gonna post a clip right here.
5,000. You think they want that?
She like dick. She can go.
Okay, I think yeah. Okay, let me hit you. Thank you.
Bye.
I ain't lying.
Zal.
Bye bye.
Bye, Noah.
All right, listen. I think we should eliminate Black too.
Girl, wait. Let me get to know Black. Where you from?
Philadelphia.
Me too. How old are you?
25.
All right, Red not gay. Red not gay.
Red is gay.
I don't know. It's like the white or red. I don't know. So chat, I ain't like. It's either white or red.
White is DL.
All right, I think we should eliminate Black.
Blackie.
Black, trust me.
I think we should ask all of them like the same question, one more question, and then eliminate.
What the fuck you mean? You saying you fine?
And yeah, bro, like that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Like, gang, to have a fucking contest where they're literally just trying to guess out the homosexual men and having a homosexual guy as the guesser too. Like, it's all type of things just going on in that stream. And basically what I want to say is they're promoting homosexuality to kids because they want kids to be emasculated. They want kids to be, you know, just questioning their sexuality and things of that nature. The fact that they're allowing this type of stuff on stream shows what's really going on in the Matrix, bro. Real talk. You got to realize Twitch knows what's going on this platform on a daily basis. They know who's streaming what and everything. So they allowed Rakai to stream that stuff to the internet and just allow it to be shown, you know what I'm saying? And allow it to be just streamed the whole time, bro. It's crazy, gang. And it's like, it's not fair, bro. I feel like it's not fair. But for those who got siblings and You know what I'm saying? And younger family members, you know, because at the end of the day, we got to realize we live in times where the internet and social media and all type of different factors are coming into play when it comes to affecting children's mind. You know, I feel like the last generation that had like a good way of just not being able to, you know, have the internet affect their childhood was probably the generation before me. Gen Z too. Like the earlier Gen Z, like the 1997 to 2000, yeah, that Gen Z cool. But like once you get to like the middle Gen Z, that's when it kind of get tricky. Like my Gen Z, like the era Gen Z I'm in the middle. I'm 2004. So I'm right in the middle of Gen Z. But then you got the later version of Gen Z that's just, you know, they completely affected by a lot, you know, like 2009, 2010, 11, and then, you know, 2008, you know, that Gen Z, that version of Gen Z, they grew up in a weird time. You know, the internet was already well established, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of things was different. And then you have Gen Alpha, the generation that's behind Gen Z, you know what I'm saying? And that generation, the oldest is funny. The oldest person of Gen Alpha, the oldest people of Gen Alpha are 13-year-olds, I think. So that means they were born in literally 2013. Gen Alphas, and those are the kids. Gen Alphas is what's predominantly watching Cash Stream. I hope y'all know this. It's mostly Gen Zs, it's later versions of Gen Z, and then it's Gen Alphas. 13, 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds are watching Rakai stream. You have a little cousin, a little brother, little sister watching his streams and these wild antics that he's pulling, bro. And it's a problem, bro, because it's like we as the people, we care about our siblings. We want them, you know, to not be influenced by certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair, bro. It's not fair, especially if you somebody that got kids too. That's even worse, bro. Like it's your son watching these streams and stuff like that. And I'm making this video to just make it informative to people that have younger people in your life. Monitor what they're watching, bro, for real. Because Kai, he's a streamer, but he also, I feel like he's tied to the industry as well. I feel like he's tied to something way deeper than just streaming. You get what I'm saying? Like the type of antics and the type of stuff that he promotes to kids and the type of fame that he got is not normal, bro. So that already goes to show like he's not just a kid with a platform. Like he's bigger than that. He's an influencer and he's tied to the industry. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's doing stuff behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And he's got all type of things that he's doing to keep these certain agendas pushed on kids. You know what I'm saying? They're branding and they're grooming kid influencers to promote certain agendas to kids and influence kids. And that's why it's scary that to have kids in this time of the world, you know, in this modern day, because if you're not an active hands-on parent or whatever the case may be, your child could easily be influenced by the stuff they see on the internet. You know, hence Rakai streams, you know. He streaming stuff like that, bro. Like that's something that kids shouldn't even be seeing or hearing about. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about all type of stuff on the stream, you know. And what type of wild antics is like what type of wild antics would he pull next, bro? He's already pulled numerous of crazy things that's been done on stream. That's, you know, kids laugh at it and stuff like that. But the main thing is that he promotes homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? He dresses up like a girl as a young teen, by the way. This dude is a young teen. You know what I'm saying? Dress up like a girl, put wigs on and shit. And then he do it, and then he includes other people in on the antics, like Tylil, and then the what's the dude name? Ray. You know what I'm saying? They all play a role in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, it gets to a point, bro. It's like they're trying to emasculate men. They're trying to emasculate young boys. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's really predominantly black men they're trying to do this to. They're trying to turn more black men into homos. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem, bro. It's a problem, gang. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I just don't agree with and I can't stand for. I cannot sit back and just watch that dude just try to turn his own race, his own kind of people into homos and stuff. Because the reality of it is the white kids that's watching his streams, they just laughing. They not gonna get influenced by it. They just watch it for pure entertainment. But the black kids, it's different. They'll watch it and get influenced by it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different with us. You know what I'm saying? They're more likely to get influenced by it, and they understand this. So that's why they push him out. And the reason that why they're getting influenced by it because he's black. He's a black streamer. He's a black kid. You know what I'm saying? They can relate to him more. So they'll think, oh, it's more cool, or it's more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it'll be more so of a black young teen or a kid, you know what I'm saying, get influenced by Rakai's behavior because he's black. They relate to him. But the white kids, they watch Rakai. They're not going, if they do, then that's their choice. You know what I'm saying? But they can't relate to him. They just watch him for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say, bro. It's like we have to be mindful of what we allow our siblings or kids or whatever watch. You know what I'm saying? We have to protect the kids, bro. Because now we in times where they're trying to literally, they've been doing this since for a long time, really. They've been doing this. Like this was being done when I was coming up as a kid. They was promoting homosexuality in movies and TV shows. But now with streaming and streams, it's more easier because kids are glued to the screen. You know, it's a live stream too on top of that. So it's like they're literally glued to the stream. You know, TV shows and movies and all that stuff is died out. It's died out now. Streaming is the new TV. So now what they're doing is they're grooming young kids like Rakai, or they're just grooming people just to make them push an agenda towards kids or whoever, and they get famous for it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Rakai genuinely, like, this is no hate, but I genuinely do not believe that dude is worthy of having 27,000 people in his stream. He's not doing nothing empowering or amusing or nothing. He just a kid that's just pulling wild antics, that's doing wild stuff on stream. And then he's tied into the certain circles of people too. You know, he was brought on by Cassinet, which we all know who's tied into the industry as well. The type of people he's had on his stream, LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? I can go on and on about the industry. And streaming, streamers are now tied into the industry. You know, the biggest streamers we know are tied into the industry. You know, Cassinet, Aiden Ross, Speed, you know what I'm saying? But they're slowly trying to climb down, you know, to the mediocre, or not mediocre, but the middle ground of streamers too. You know what I'm saying? They don't want just the top streamers because it's obvious if you're not a bot, you can see with your own two eyes and you will know, like, yeah, he's the part of the industry. I've been knew Cassinet was part of the industry, like, been knew it. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody, the way I see it, I'm gonna just be real. Anybody that has an abnormal amount of praise, like for doing something just simple, I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm not hating or nothing, but it's like I salute Cat because he's black. You know, he entrepreneur doing his thing and he changed his life and all that. But I'm just be real, bro. If somebody has an abnormal amount of praise for doing something simple, they're tied into the industry. Trust, because what the industry do is they'll force this person out there. They'll get they'll get the views up. They'll push this person out there. They'll tell the platforms, hey, push this stream out there, push this artist out there, get them out there, so everybody can support them and get the views and all that stuff. And then the whole time, this person is part of the industry, bro. So it's like, yeah. But that's all I want to say, bro. We gotta protect the kids, man. It's your boy Rongloo. I'm gonna catch y'all next video. We out.